Dominica is open for business and continues to attract not only tourists, but potential investors. A message from business owner Alicia Davison. In this report, she opens up about the damage suffered during the hurricane, the subsequent recovery, and even makes recommendations to encourage and increase travel between the islands. Dionne Baptiste has more.
My husband and I got married in St. Croix. And when we were driving around, we asked the taxi driver, if you could live anywhere in the Caribbean, where would it be? And he said, Dominica. And so we said, oh, you must be Dominican. He said, no, my daughter married a Dominican. It's the most beautiful island I've ever been to.
The rest, as they say, is history. 14 years later, finally ready to build a home in the Caribbean, Alicia and her husband Rick visited 6 islands before finally making their way to Dominica. After just 5 days spent exploring the island, they returned to the United States, said their goodbyes, packed their belongings, and prepared to relocate. Despite the losses suffered during and in the aftermath of Hurricane Maria, Alicia says she and her husband have no regrets.
And so we lost just the overhang where the pool is, half of it. It flew behind the suites, what you guys are going to see, but it detached from the roof, which is how we built it, so we didn't have any additional damage there. So we were very lucky. I think that the fact that our medium is concrete was beneficial.
The challenge, she says, is that despite the steady return of the island's lush greenery, flights have not fully rebounded, and it's still very expensive and difficult to get to Dominica.
The hard part for us is that getting here is very difficult and very expensive still. Right now we get a lot of Europeans because it's actually easier for Europeans to get here and cheaper for them to get here. There's a direct flight from Paris that gets you to, I think it's Antigua or Barbados. I think it's Antigua, and then there's a direct flight from the UK that goes to Barbados, and then they take Liat over here. So we get a lot more Europeans, a lot of Germans, a lot of people that are outdoor enthusiasts, like to do hiking, adventurous things like that.
Alicia says steps should be taken to ensure hassle-free travel to the islands. This, she believes, could greatly contribute to the growth of the tourism sector.